Hey, what's up, everybody? Rod J back here with a live, although private, video. So here we go. I was actually tagged in another video by the Beerdiful beer reviews. Make sure you check him out. Does some pretty good stuff on looking at some beers. He was tagged in a video by Han Yolo. Make sure you check him out. He also does some good things. Also, if you like sneakers, he does a lot of good sneaker videos as well. But anyway, Hans started out with this idea to talk about maybe some of the favorite beer styles that he liked and some of the beers of that style. He started out, I think, on his video as the 5 favorite beers that he really enjoyed. And he listed the beers out, and then he tagged some people, like I mentioned. Then it got to Beerdiful. And Beerdiful kind of put his own little touch on it. So he kind of looked at beers like shelfie type beers, has some pretty good ones in there, kind of a freestyle type thing that you can kind of do with this whole situation. So for me, I'm going to actually look at some beer styles and beers that are kind of some top ones I have from the style. So what I did is I went back to look at Untapped, because when you have so many different beers that you have drank, for me, you know, thousands of different beers, it's hard to always come up with what's your favorite beer or something. But I've ranked stuff out, I've rated stuff out, and I picked some of the beers that are my higher rated ones, and then kind of just the categories those ones are in. So I'm going to give you 5 of those, and then at the end, I'm going to tag 4 people that they can actually keep this going, hopefully, and they should be able to respond back with some of their 5 favorite beers, and hopefully they'll tag some more people, and we'll get it going. And for the viewers out there, you get to find out more about the beer tubers you like to watch, which I really appreciate all you guys that have been watching the videos. They had just sent me something on TubeBuddy where I'm now over 60,000 views on the channel, which is nice. So still a ways to go, but it's just nice when you get recognized for something, I guess. So thanks again for your support there. Thanks again for all of those that have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Make sure you hit that button there to join, and then hit the bell if you want to be updated with notifications as the videos come out. Usually on a night like this, it is Wednesday night, I would usually sit here and do beer news and upload that, but I figured I'd do this instead. And while I'm doing it, I'm actually going to enjoy one from White Birch Brewing. This is a double IPA, and I'll have a beer review on this at a later point in time. But this is one I just picked up on a recent beer run. I went to Columbus last weekend. Actually, really didn't even leave out of the Cincinnati area. I stopped at a BP gas station. Noticed they had Hop City Craft on their window, and went in, or maybe it was Hop Craft City, but went in to check out what they had. Tons of craft beer. Here in Cincinnati, we have a lot of stations that are gas stations that really do a good job of having craft beer there. They have growlers in some of them, so you never know what you may find. They're not like your regular gas stations. So I went in and found some different beers. If you look back at the video that I did on the beer run to Columbus, you can see some of the beers I picked up. I grabbed a case of beers there, just 4 different 6-packs before I hit Columbus. And on the way back from Columbus, picked up some beers from that area. But White Birch Brewing, let me see here. It says Hooksett, New Hampshire. So they're one that gets down in this area. And I like the design, kind of caught my eyes. Just nice, crisp, clean type design. And then 9.2 ABV. And they actually tell you in here, our ales are unfiltered, unpasteurized, and traditionally made, so best served at 50 to 55 degrees. So again, it's not one of the beers you want to drink ice cold. Definitely don't want to put it in a frosted glass. Get a nice glass that's been cleaned, rinse it out, and then drop the beer inside of it and let it come up a little bit in temperature. And on the back, they have some writing there as well. But I don't know if my camera's going to zoom in on that or not. My camera does much whatever it wants to do at whatever time. It's kind of like a cat in that regard. So let's go ahead, and I'll leave the can here so you can see that. Get into some of my favorite beers and their styles. I'm going to talk all just monotone, so I'm going to drop a little music in the background, you know, as I give it to you. X is going to give it to you. But number one right here, number one. So my number one is the Chimay Triple. It is the Sing Sense or the Chimay White. Style, obviously Belgian. Triple comes in at 8% ABV, 38 IBU. Just a nice, clean, effervescent type Belgian ale. not overly heavy, nice sweetness to it, nice flavor to it. Any of the Chimay beers, you're usually going to do okay. I think if you look at a lot of the rating sites, they're all ranked pretty highly. In fact, I think like 2 or 3 might be world class. It's just solid, and whenever you have one, it just makes your day better. You can't go wrong. I've converted a lot of people over to craft beer by going the Chimay route to get them involved on that. People that are usually like some of your adjunct type drinkers, it's something so different that they can actually pick up with it. And with some of that sweetness, you know, they kind of get that kick over, just like the sweetness they're used to in some of the adjunct beer. So there's number 1. Number 2, or dos, is another Belgian. So some of you guys that have watched my channel for a while know that I do like a lot of the Belgian ales. And so my number 2 one is Golden Drop 9000 Quadruple. And this style is a Belgian quad. It comes in at 10.7 ABV, 25 IBU. Again, you have a nice smooth sweetness with it, but you have a little bit of a nice kick with this one. You're able to relax. You can just kick back, you know, outside on a day when it's warm, or if you're having it when it's a day when it's cold. You know, this one definitely delivers to warm you up. If it's a warmer day, it's not going to over hit you with the flavor. It's not going to be a big, too big of a body experience on your tongue and your palate. You can sit there and really enjoy this one. And as it actually warms a little bit more in the glass, it actually gets better. You get really a lot more of the aroma, a lot more of the notes. Everything comes out of it very nicely in that beer. So that was one of the first Belgian ales I really liked, but I still go back from time to time. In fact, I just picked up about 5 or 6 bottles of it recently, of the bigger bottles at one of my places that was actually closing them out. So always room for the Golden Drop 9000. Number 3, or Trace. This is a local brewery here, so all you guys may not get that one out there, but it's the Mad Tree Galaxy High. Now, for people that are here locally that watch the channel here in the Cincinnati area, they know Mad Tree. They know the Mad Tree flavors. This one comes out as a seasonal, but it's a great imperial style double IPA, 9.5% ABV, 120. That's right, 120 IBU. Although you're not really going to taste all of that, and the way it's actually put together with the way the malts and everything are done, it really does smooth out some of that bitterness in there, and it really does go down nice and easy. This is one of those beers that will definitely sneak up with you. You get nice tropical, nice citrus, nice smoothness all around. But if you're ever around Cincinnati or you get Mad Tree beers, always look out for the Galaxy High, which I believe comes out around the January time, I believe. But always a nice one to pick up, a great double IPA. Let's see, number 4, depending on what you call it. Not really a big surprise here. I think a lot of people kind of like this beer out there. People line up for like crazy whenever it's Black Friday. I'm not a person that actually lines up for this beer, but when I do have it, I do enjoy it. I go ahead and drink it down and kick back. And this is going to be the Bourbon County brand stout. So the style, American Imperial Double Stout, is going to vary on ABV because they're just the formulas each year. So one year it could be 14.2, another year it could be 15 something, another year it could be 13 something. They're going to adjust it along those lines, but it's got a nice flavor package with it. It hits the palate very nicely. It's not one that you're going to really throw down quickly. You're going to sit there and try to enjoy it. Although I have seen people do chug videos with it, which why they want to do that on the Bourbon County Stout, I have no idea. But it's your beer. You do what you want. But I think as far as like a double and Imperial Stout, that is actually a great one to have. And that's one of my favorites from that style. The 5th one, number 5. 5. I plead the 5th. The 5th is Victory at Sea. So this is from Ballast Point, Imperial Double Porter. It doesn't get much smoother for the style than this beer does. And you have so many different variants out there. You have the coconut one. You now have the peanut butter one, which I still have to try. You have a peanut butter cup one. They did a really good job with this one, I think, for the double porter that you get. You know, with this one here, you get the nice chocolate. You get the cocoa. You get everything you would expect to get, but it's not as thin as some of the other porters either. So it has a nice body with it, which if you're going to be an Imperial Double, you really should have that, of course. So that one is 10% ABV and 60 IBU. But as far as Imperial Double Porters, that's one that sits at the top of my my choices there. So in the recap, we have Chimay Triple, Golden Drop 9000, Mad Tree Galaxy High, Bourbon County Bourbon County Brand Stout, and Victory at Sea. So there's my 5 from those different styles that are kind of some favorites of mine. Now, as far as tagging people, I want to hear what you have to say out there. So we're going to go YouTuber number 1. Oh, you can see through it. Don't read through the sheet. Dean's beer reviews. So Dean is actually over in the UK. We'd like to hear what Dean has to say on some of his favorite beers and styles. Make sure you check out Dean's channel. Number 2 is going to be, I got to hold it back so you can't see through the sheet. No cheating, no cheating. It's going to be Kent Beer Reviews. And his name is not Kent, but it's Craig, but he lives in the town of Kent. Sometimes that doesn't translate as well over here in the States. But anyway, Craig, you got some pretty good beers. If you watch Craig's videos, you can see all the beers behind him that he's loaded up through and went through. So I'd be interested to hear some of your 5 favorite styles and beers that kind of hold that style for you. Number 3, and you've seen him on my show in the past. He has his own channel. It'll be Eric Alliance Fan. So Eric, let's see what you got there as far as your favorite styles and some beers that replicate that for you that you really enjoy. And the number 4 person who I've actually got to know a little bit more over the last few months, I think he's also in Michigan. It's going to be Tyler Finkbeiner. So check out Tyler's channel. Tyler does some pretty good beer reviews as well and likes to mess around with different styles and everything. So Tyler, I'd be interested to see what your styles are and the beers that you like that represent those styles. And when you go to his channel, you can see all the different videos and stuff. And all these channels are actually listed down below. So make sure you check them out. Check out Han, check out the Beerdiful, check out Tyler, Eric, Dean, and Craig on Kent Beer Reviews. And I got one last honorable mention because he doesn't have a channel yet. But when he does, I like to see what Average Joe has to say. Average Joe, possible newcomer this weekend. We'll see what happens. But if he launches his channel, here's your first task. After you get your first few videos up, give me your 5 styles you like as favorite styles and 5 of those beers. That all being said, that's all I got, guys. I appreciate you swinging by, checking out the video. Hopefully you made it to the end. I don't know. You may have turned it off. You may have got bored. If you didn't, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And I look forward to catching you guys next time. Be back tomorrow night on Thursday night. We'll be talking Ballast Point, some other beer news items, and whatever else pops into mind. Thanks for swinging by. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you then. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time to get your beer on. Look at that lacing. Is that good lacing or what? That's nice. Cheers. See you tomorrow night.